Hello, it's Rashida and I have a Project Life process video for you today. I am using the Amy Tangerine Better Together Project Life Core Kit. Now, I do have a flip through of this core kit and it may have uploaded before this video or maybe after this video. I'm not sure which orientation it's going to be, but you can check that out. And so I've printed my photos from my Epson PM400, and as I said before, I really like the quality of this printer and the photos that it prints. And so I decided earlier on that I'm not going to add many embellishments to the photos because I didn't think it was necessary. And that's something to keep in mind. You know, if you feel like your photos are just fine and you don't want to add any embellishments, there's no rule that says you absolutely have to. And so I have to remind myself of that. And so I decided, you know what? I like the way these photos look. I like how they coordinate with the actual kit itself. And so I'm not going to add much to the layout in general. So I'm just going through and deciding which 4x6 cards I want to use, and I really like the colors in this kit. And as you can see, there's nice bright colors, some soft pastels, some florals, and just a variety of different colors that will go with just about anything. So this is my title card, I guess you could say, that I'm working on. And I'm going through the die cut pack from the Better Together collection. And so I'm just going through and trying to see which elements I want to use. I knew I wanted to do some journaling, and I also wanted to use some of the transparency die cuts in the pack. And so I'm just going through and seeing which ones I want to put together, and I'm going to end up using my tiny attacher and attaching these pieces down. Now, this transparency piece with the flowers, I wanted that to stand out a little bit, so I moved it to the left side of that card and just added the other elements around it. And I'm using these rubber charms that come with the collection, and Amy Tan had said that you want to be sure to use glue dots for these rubber charms. So I'm using this Imaginis, I think it's called a pogo stick that disperses glue dots. And so I'm getting this rubber charm down here, and as you can see, as I'm using this, it breaks in the middle of me trying to get some glue dots down. So I keep on using it because you can actually keep on getting the glue dots to disperse. And I'm just noticing that the spring that goes into the dispenser is over to the right near my tiny attacher, but I'm not going to notice that until later on. So I love the little hummingbirds that are in this kit and in the sticker book, and it just adds something special to the card. It's just really cute. So I'm just going through the sticker book, and I think I'm using like the last of the rubber charms in that pack, and I've used several on this layout, and so I didn't realize that not many come in a pack until I actually started using them. And so I thought, oh my gosh, I'm actually out of these cute little rubber charms. So moving on to the next page, I knew I wanted to do some journaling. And so I'm going through the sticker book and just pulling out some elements that will allow me to do some journaling and, you know, give me a journaling prompt. And I really like this sticker book because it has alphas. I don't know if you saw that, but not many sticker books contain alphas as well as the stickers. So I'm just trying to decide which other elements I want to use. And I wanted to use another transparency element. But the difficult thing that I had with the transparencies is, again, trying to get them to pop off the card and just to be visible. And so I thought about using this 3x4 card, and I decided not to use that, even though I actually like how it looks as I'm looking at it on screen. But I decided to pull out some vellum in my stash, and this is by the Dear Lizzy Neapolitan collection, which is a really old collection. And so I'm just going to very lightly trim around this transparency element, and it's not going to be exact. when I do fussy cutting is not exact at all. And so you can barely tell. I mean, it's not as clear as I wanted it to be, but I can tell it makes a difference by adding that vellum in the back behind the transparency. So I got this journaling sticker from the sticker book. I'm adding this little bicycle transparency, which I think the bicycle was just so super cute. So I'm adding some more stickers around that and just sort of building up those layers. And the page protectors that I'm using are by Kaisercraft, and these are all 4x6 pockets, and which is great because my photos are 4x6. And I like the Kaisercraft brand of page protectors because they're not the frosty kind of page protectors that some of the other ones are that are out there. So they're a little bit more clear, and they're not as thick, but I prefer the clear aspect over the thick aspect of the page protector. So I've never had any problems with these tearing or anything like that. So I just like the overall look of them, even though you probably can't tell because there's still some amount of glare on my page from the video. So I decided that I wanted to change out this bottom card on the right, and I picked out this 4x6 card that has butterflies on it, and it says extraordinary at the bottom, and I wanted to cover that up. And I realized the translucent sticker was not going to sufficiently cover up the word on there, so I got the little typewriter sticker from the actual sticker book. And I'm going to add this die cut flower piece here. I just love the flowers. I mean, this collection, it does have quite a few florals in it, but I like them, and it's not too overly powerful, if you know what I mean. So I wanted to pop it up slightly, so I'm adding some foam tape underneath and just trimming that up. And yes, I'm going to add another sticker to this, and as you can see, it's like full of, you know, stickers and just lots of cute elements. So I wanted to add this on the side just to give it a little bit more dimension, and just trimming that up. And this is the 6x12 sticker set, and I'm adding this phrase better together, and that's a gold sticker, and there's no gold on this layout, but I thought it would just give it just a slightly nice pop of color. And I think I decided to do some stamping. Yes, so it would not be a layout of mine if I did not do any stamping. So I'm going to add these directional chevrons on here and just gonna stamp those out. I'm using the black ink by Illustrated Faith. It's a nice quality ink, and I cannot remember if it's a pigment or a dye based ink, but it stamps really well and gives great coverage. And I thought about using the leaf stamp from this stamp set from the Better Together collection, but I decided just to use the hearts again. And yeah, so I think this wraps up the layout. And so I've done the front side of both of the pages, and I'll probably go back and add more photos at some point. So for now, it's just the two pages with photos on the front. So that is it. Just finishing up here. Just love those rubber charms, so I just have to remember to use glue dots, and hopefully I won't forget that when I use them again, although I think I only have like 2 left. So that's it, and I'm just gonna give you just a realistic overview of my desk area. This is how it looks after I complete a layout. So there's like stuff to the right, stuff to the left, scissors and adhesive and just stuff all over my desk area. So this is keeping it real. Thanks for watching.
This is the fun part. Oh, I also have adhesive. So this is my favorite adhesive. And then the washi tape is from Rise and Shine, thank you. So I have it just on a ring here. See, that's why I asked you to spell it.